Hi guys, so YouTube and Facebook, thanks for joining me. Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations. Thanks for tuning in for What's New Wednesday. So everything that I'm going to show you tonight is live on the website, queenbeecreationshome.com. So you can find it. Most things are going to be in the antique, vintage, found category. But artwork is going to be in the paintings, so a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, that's where you'll find them. We do ship throughout Canada and the US, and the shopping cart will always give you an estimate of shipping. Well, it'll actually tell you what the cost is before you would buy, so you can always decide. It's kind of based on weight, so the heavier the item, and then I don't know, I'm not Canada Post, they'll figure it out. So a couple of things before we get started. This Thursday, slightly different hours. Usually on Thursdays I'm open from 9 to 1, 9 to 2. I'm not going to be opening till closer to about 12:30, a little earlier if I get done earlier, but just because I have to go to the hand clinic. So there's going to be a couple of odd things over the next number of weeks until we get this all straightened out. The new IOD release, I have placed my order. There are going to be 10 new products in the spring release. They are very hopeful that they will be arriving next month. So we should have them available February. They were thinking early. I'm thinking it's probably going to be mid February, but hopefully it'll be in February. And there's some fun and cool new products. So I can't tell you what they are, except there's something in each of the categories. They've got 4 categories, right? Paint inlays, transfers, stamps, and molds. And there's something in each of those. I mean, with 10 new products, you would think, but there's some cool new stuff. So I think you're going to like and have some fun with the new things coming out. But keep a watch out. IOD is probably going to be starting to post some teasers of the upcoming stuff. None of them are limited release, so there's nothing that you have to worry about it disappearing in a week. But again, I don't know how fast restocking will be. Okay, videos this week. Monday's video was this little side table, and it's kind of just done simply in the black and white, because really what I wanted to highlight was making your stamps. Now, you could use any of the IOD stamps, use that same technique. You could put your big peonies and flowers on it. You could do the cheetah print. You could do the wood grain. You could put all kinds of words and lettering all over it. So you can use exactly the same technique with existing stamps. But what I wanted to showcase was also how easy it was to be able to use these new kind of rubber blocks, replacing the old lino blocks, carve out your own pattern. So this one I used on the top, and create your own stamps. So these are things that you can kind of personalize and customize. I had done a quick little video at Christmas time with them, doing a couple of little Christmas cards from some of the Christmas trees that I carved out. I'm not the world's best carver. So I kind of made this like a batik. It could look very worn, and it doesn't have to be even. You can create your own designs and your own patterns, and that's kind of the fun part of it. And depending upon the age of your children, you could get them to carve them, because they carve very easily, and get them stamping your own furniture as well. So I think there's some really cool things that you could do. If you haven't checked out Monday's video, check that out. This morning last week I did my first weekly short, which is a video that's under a minute. They're hard. They are hard to do. So last week I kind of walked you through this Thrift Find. So it was old and yellowed, and we updated it, and I spray painted the back to make the tulips in the window pop. So this one's now up on the website for $15. It's got a chain to hang it from. And today's video, which I tried doing like a voiceover instead of trying to talk into the video, and I think I'm going to stick with voiceovers because then I already know the length of the video and it limits my talking. If I'm talking as I'm doing the craft, then it gets hard for me to condense it because I'm not talking about the important stuff where I need me to be talking about the important stuff. So I think I'm going to stick with voiceovers. It's working way better for me to keep short. And today's, I played with just doing a video of stills. So it's like, you know, it's a learning curve, and I'm taking you along with me as I'm figuring this out. But it was updating this big old dated swan. So if you see the original pic, it was all yellowed, the flowers were pale pink, and the ribbon was pale green. And it just, I mean, it's beautiful in terms of the shape, but it just needed to be clean. It just needed to be brightened up. So again, in like under a minute, I show you how you can take something like this that just looks super tired and just brighten it up and be able to give it new life. So that one's on the website too, $24. Obviously shipping on that, because it's like an awkward shape or size, is, you know, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it, but love that now. Didn't love it beforehand. Friday's video is the first Valentines. I don't do tons of Valentine's videos typically because it's just so short, but I had to jump in early. So what I did do was take a couple of little china cups, and I cut out, and I actually cut out my own hearts from wood. And we used some decoupage paper, and we did some stamps, and we did some molds, and just creating kind of cute little potted Valentine's hearts. So that'll be Fridays, giving you an idea of how to be able to do that. And I do talk about how to be able to do a similar look using the dollar store wooden hearts and, you know, gluing the stick onto the back rather than drilling a hole. So you can easily do a makeshift version of it with just doing some dollar store stuff. And I think it's one that is easy for kids to do as well, for them to be able to do some decoupaging and some molding and have a lot of fun with that. So that's this week. That's this week's videos. So 3 of them, and then the live tonight. So there you go. I'm going to be making an effort for the next little while to do the 2 regular length videos on Mondays and Fridays, and do a little short video, which is kind of like a little bonus project of some kind. Next week is a hack. So giving you a quick 50-second little way of being able to do a quick little transfer. So I'm going to do some thrift flips and some quick little hacks and things that don't necessarily justify an entire video, but that you get the information down and dirty very quick and easy for you to reference.
Betty Ann says hello.
Hey, Betty Ann. Nice to see you, honey. So let's jump into what's new. I actually had a couple of things that I loved that sold this afternoon already. So there you go. Welcome to the chat. Stars enabled. Okay, so yeah, a couple of things sold already, and they just went out the door. So there you go. All right, so speaking of Valentines, I've got a couple of Valentine dishes. Well, not necessarily, but heart-shaped dishes. So, and I don't have the price tag on this one either. What was I doing yesterday when I was supposed to be pricing? So pink dish, it should, if you look up Gateware, Gate, yeah, it would be under that. But so this is from Gateware, heart-shaped dish in kind of this soft blush pink with little burgundy polka dots, and then the big white flowers with the burgundy accents. So just kind of a nice little addition if you were looking for having a few little Valentine treats. But this is also a dish that could just be out. You could toss your keys into and those kinds of things. Did you find it?
Waiting.
Oh, just waiting. I can't remember. I don't know why.
Didn't even need results.
Thought that I had it priced, but you know, it's how it goes sometimes. I didn't double check, and I should have. So sorry.
So with flowers in there?
Yeah.
$6.
$6. There you go. Thanks, Nick. I have for $9.50 this little pair of birds. So they've got a faux crackle glaze on them and faux wear, so that they look sort of distressed and sort of aged, but they're not. But selling them together as a pair because they're just super cute together, and they should be a pair. So $9.50 for the two of them. I found these two bowls. I love these. So you know that I have a lot of like handmade items in the store when I can. So original watercolors and hand painted things and pottery. So I love these. So kind of little ombre dishes. So the pair of them together sold for $11. So kind of the blue on the bottom going up to the green at the top. They've got a little bit of a speckling kind of glaze. And then they both have this cutout lip. So let me show YouTube and then you guys on Facebook. So it's got that cutout lip with some little beads and a little spiral. And I just love that little extra detail. I love the glazing period, but I just love that little detail. So the two of them together, just as kind of little nestling bowls for $11. And those guys are cute. Okay, I'm going to show this because it's big and I'm starting to bury it over on this side. So this is a big decor item, which is like an old world globe. So it's got, you know, in those dark and kind of aged and patinaed look. Around the rim, it has all of the zodiac signs, and you know, the pictures on the globe are dragons and the big old ships with the you know, the masts and the sails and that kind of thing. So it's very much that old world. It is in two pieces. So this sits down in the globe, does spin. It's $18, and it's just got a lovely kind of old world look to it. Great in a den or an office or a library or something like that. I just think that's a cool little decor piece. Okay, let me make a bit of space. When I come back in the morning tomorrow, because I don't stay to clear off my desk, all this stuff is across the desk. I can't put my computer up or anything. I have to start cleaning things away. It's crazy. Okay, so here's an unusual item for me, but you know, you go with what you find. So I'm selling the three of these together. So all three of them for $15, which is a major deal. But what they are is, this one is already kind of sewn together. This is a porcelain doll, head and the arms and the feet, and it's already kind of put together in a body. Obviously needs clothes. But this is sort of the matching gentleman. He's bearded, so there's his head, and then in here are his arms and his legs, feet. This one actually comes with the little body pattern and the instructions. So they kind of go together. And then there is this one, which is a Victorian woman, and it's the entire torso, right? So she also comes with the arms. So no legs for her, because usually she's going to have the long skirts and you're not going to see the legs anyway. So torso, and I'm selling all of those together for $15. So if you are into making, you know, small dolls, really, this means you're a sewer or you know someone who is. But these little porcelain pieces, usually maybe they're at least $15 each anyway. So if you're into that, that's a deal. Now this little guy, okay, so there's this little guy. He's got drainage holes, and then it's actually got a little drainage hole on the side. I was thinking it was like a mini spoon rest. It's handmade pottery, and I thought it was really stinking cute. It's signed on the bottom. It's $4.25, but the person that bought the chickens today said, Cindy, it's for your used tea bag. Oh, I'm like, I'm a tea drinker, and I never thought of that, but that's exactly what it is. You could use it as a spoon rest, but I really think that it's just the cutest little design of a tea bag holder. Way better than spoon rest. So I changed the description on the website so that it says tea bag holder now, because I think that's right. You all can vote and weigh in on it. $4.25, I think I said. But yeah, it was like a duh moment. Like, of course it's for a tea bag. That makes so much more sense than it's a small spoon rest. But it could be a small spoon rest. Use it how you will, right? This little vase. So I have this little vase with the scallop top, and this is like a raised moriage pattern of these lovely little lilacs. So just in the soft blues with that raised pattern, $12 for the lilac vase. It is probably vintage, but I wasn't able to find an exact match for this guy. So unless I'm able to track down some of the information, I hate to lead you astray. Okay. This guy is a Prima Gero from Portugal, little bowl. It's kind of in this coral color, which I just love. And the little raised polka dot, all the polka dots are in fact raised. When I said the little raised polka dots are raised, it was kind of redundant, but that's where my head was at. There is some crazing of the glaze on the inside, which is just pretty normal for something that has some age to it, but is perfectly functional. It's usable. I think it would look awesome in the spring with some tulips and flowers coming out of there. But $7.50 for that, and I just love that color. All right, I have another bird. This little guy, he's in soft silvers and golds. He's sitting up on branches, and he's just adorable. He's just a great little shelf sitter, book sitter. $7 for him, and he's just lovely and detailed, and again, kind of that brushed silver and brushed gold. Nothing bright. It's all just kind of subtle, and he's got awesome details on him. So he was a little cutie. While we're on a bird theme, let's go for the canister. So this is a lidded canister, ceramic, originally by Hallmark, and the patterning on this is all birds and bird houses and potting stuff, little butterflies, just super cute, especially going, well, I don't even feel like we've had winter, but I don't want to jinx it because we haven't really had any snow to think of, and I'm already thinking spring. And then I'm going to say that, and walk outside and they'll be 3 feet. But, all right. The other little heart plate that I have a couple of these. So they're $7 each. And these are kind of raised hearts around the outside. So just nice and simple. It's kind of understated. It's in like the soft pink as opposed to like a deep red. So just like a cute little plate. You know what? I love the look of these two, like at a tea party with little petit fours or just, you know, or chocolate truffles. I'm not eating sugar again. I started this week, so I'm detoxing from eating my way through my Christmas stocking and all my chocolate and my candies. So I have sweets on the brain. Okay, this guy is a little hand-turned, live-edged wood bowl. It's just super sweet, $6.50 for this. Just lovely, live edge all around the outside. Just perfect little dish for little knickknacks, your keys, you know, the change from your pocket. So just a nice little tabletop dish for carrying all that, and super good price. Okay, well, let's go here with these. I have a set of 4 of these. These are Courier and Ives mugs, and they are Homestead in the Wilderness, I think, is the pattern. But these are $25 for the 4 of them. But again, and they've got like a metallic rim. They're all in really pretty decent shape. They're definitely vintage. And again, I can't remember. I think that I saw these, a set of 2 for $28 or $30. So $25 for the 4 is a good deal. The one chicken that I do have still to show you guys is this metal guy. Now he's $15. Very solid metal. So a lot of times these things are kind of a little bit flimsy. He's very solid. He has a tea light holder inside his belly that you access by lifting up his one wing. And so you're able to change out the light in there or pop in a little flower if you wanted to. But he is in as new shape. He's in great condition. There's no dings, dents, nothing on him, no discoloration. So $15 for that chicken, which is awesome. And I do look for greenery, like, so deals that I can get on plants and on flowers, because you always you need to have like a little hint of green. No matter what your decor is, you need a little spot of green, just here or there, at least in one spot in a room. If you're like me, rarely can it be live. Because it doesn't stay that way, and then I feel awful for having killed them off. So I love finding good greenery. Now this actually is like a real pot. It's not a plastic pot, but certainly you can put it into different planters that fit your style. But just really nice kind of faux bamboo for this, and more in that kind of the silken leaves. And these are $8, and I have 3 of them, but they look very realistic. So that's a good quality. It's not like the cheap plastic. This is an unusual find. So this basket is in awesome shape. So it's, all the latches are still working. There's no splits or tears. And this is actually from celebration of the 150th anniversary of Ivory soap. So That occurred in 2004. So just a little shy of the vintage mark. Vintage means that it is 20 years old or more. And this is sitting at 19. But it's got the metal plaque. The hinges are in perfect working order. It's got the little commemoratives saying there. It's got the original tag to it. It's got the little feet. It's in perfect shape. Now, it's 18. The lowest price that I saw this for online was, I think, $28, $30. The highest price was $130. So we're sitting pretty here at 18. Sometimes, you know what? I mean, really, people could ask whatever they want to online. So that $130 person, they don't care that other people are selling it for $100 less, obviously. And really, if they get $130 for it, more power to them. I think this would be a really super cute. I mean, I had contemplated hanging on to it for some of my needle felting stuff, but I think it would be a really cute little sewing basket. I think that it's just a really cute little piece that you could have sitting up on a side table and have, you know, books stacked beside it, a candlestick on top. I mean, that kind of stuff is just lovely that way. These guys are special. So these are from Staffordshire, England. So the Staffordshire, England company. These are 17th century, these plates, the looks are 17th century engravings, and they're in that red and white pattern. So I did see a set of 4 of these being sold on Etsy for $40. I have a set of 6 of them with no chips, cracks, or crazing for $25 in the shop. I will be listing these on Etsy, and then I'll be matching their 40, but you get 6 for 40. But in the shop, they're only 25, not 40. Always better to buy just direct from me. The last item is this original watercolor from 1978. And all I know is Deborah painted it. But it's got those cute, soft florals. I don't know what kind of flowers they are. I look at these things and I don't know flowers well enough to know. But they're kind of in the soft pinks. They've got kind of the little violet-y blue, almost like lilacs peeking out in there. And in a solid metal frame with the green matting. I personally would change out the matte. I think the green is a little too heavy unless you had like a little maybe white or cream matte between it and the flowers. But easily done, and this is $17 in the shop. Okay, so that's it. I will be here tomorrow, I would think by 12:30. I'm at the hospital at 11. I would be done if they're running on time by noon, and back here, no problem. I think I'll be here well before noon, so I'll just open the doors when I get here. But I am saying 12:30 to 4 tomorrow. Instead of in the morning. So if you're coming out to see me, come out in the afternoon, and we can chat then. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I hope to see you next Wednesday night. If you haven't been checking out my shorts, my little 50-second guys, do take a look. Let me know what you think. I'm still playing with the format of it, and it's tricky. It's tricky. So I'm still learning that one. I'm still figuring it out. And eventually I'll get around to trying them on Instagram, I think. I'm not a TikToker, so I'm not doing that. But I'll maybe start posting them on Instagram as well. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you next week. Check out the videos this week. Thanks so much. Take care.